Oh, oh no. Oh, what is happening? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, why are they all broken? Oh. Oh my. I I just started the game and we're already here. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore all the bugginess going on there. Oh no. Oh my. Okay. Ah. Ah yes. I'm gonna restart the game now. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Oh, regular glass looks fine though. Okay, restarting. Okay, that is much better. Okay, hello the audience. Damn it. Whatever, I'm keeping it. We're back in this room. I've decided to start here because this is basically the only place I've worked on. Haven't worked on too much, so we can actually build something today. But yeah, starting with, of course, this room, as always, I've added the game corner keys from Pokemon. These were in red, blue, yellow, and I believe green. I own it, but I don't speak Japanese, or read Japanese, obviously. But yeah, these were, in the game corner. You can just find some keys on a machine, so they're here now. And then Marty McFly's hat, which was just the rainbowy hat that he put on top of an arcade machine in Back to the Future 2. Anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is something that I've been working on about as long as the TARDIS itself. I haven't added it to this version yet because I wanted to make sure I got it right. This is something that I've worked on about as long as my YouTube channel. This is like the YouTube channel's weird, long-lost twin. And it's a series of puzzles, sort of. This is the prison. Each one of these is a cell that contains a different character, and the cell has their environment. I've ranked them in easiest to hardest order of being able to figure out. They all have this door, a sign with a number, which doesn't really pertain to anything other than the number of the room, and a 4-syllable little poem/hint as to who they are and just who they are, really, just their identity. So, starting with number 1, naturally, this was the second hardest to figure out, is this. I don't exactly know how hard these will be to figure out. I'm just ranking them on generally hardest to easy, or easiest to hardest, rather. So, yeah. Also, these are barrier blocks, because I can do that now. Yeah, so I've taken I've taken a lot of time and effort into making these and detailing them in such a way that makes sense. 3 is the easiest. I feel like most people would get this one. Yeah, kind of obvious. This one was, he was a ghost, by the way. 4 is easily the hardest. I don't really expect anyone to get this one, and I might extend it just long enough so that the render distance is not within here, but that might take a very long time. But yeah, that might be modified slightly. Let's go back to number 2, because I never showed you that one. This one is something I get, but I've shown it to multiple people, and no one has gotten it. So that's why it's kind of in the middle, is because, like, you know, I thought it was easy, but apparently it's not, so he said too much, which I thought gave it away, you know? Anyway, number 5 here, he did his job. This one is on the easier side. Again, it's right next to number 3. It depends on the person, though. Of course, you have to know where these things are from. It's like the relic room. Like, you know, the Sockeye sword isn't going to be that hard to figure out if you know what it's from. Not if you know what it's from, but if you know of the thing that it is from, then it's not hard to figure out what it is from. But, like, if you know this isn't hard. But not a lot of people know this. And that's kind of sad to say, considering this is such a famous thing. And especially this location being such a famous location. Disappointing that not a lot of people know that. Anyway, again, this one's the easiest, especially in this context. Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to show you. I plan to make 17 of these, but yeah, this one's my favorite, by the way, and will probably remain my favorite, and 4 will probably remain the hardest. Yeah, this one easily my favorite. To a degree where I actually wrote a short story about it, so technically I've written fan fiction. Don't read into that. Yeah, okay. So, this isn't all, actually, because, of course, I didn't work on much off-screen so that we could actually build something. So, yeah. If you ever want to try and figure out any of these, it's best to remember that I took my time. Like, this isn't just meaningless, it's specifically like this, you know? It's specific, it's deliberate. Yeah, I take my time with these, and to a degree where, in the first time in 3 years, this is the first time I've actually shown anyone. I showed my brother, like, yesterday, but still, like, the point is that is the only version of the prison that I've ever built that's been good enough for even my friends and family to see. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. I personally really like it. I originally also had items on the doors to give you a little more of a hint, but that felt like giving it away sometimes. And plus, I didn't always find an item that worked. I also added these hallways over here, so that solves the problem of what am I doing with this entire half of the map. Yeah, hallways there. And bathroom. That's what we're doing this episode. We're going to try and figure out what we do with the bathroom. I don't know at all. That's the thing. It's going to be thinking out loud mostly. Yeah, okay. So, let's start with that. Again, Radam did that. Radam hasn't been on this map because he fills every enclosed space with lanterns. And since I added the bathroom, it's been... Yeah, there's been an enclosed space there. Also like to note that this goes down to bedrock level. And also I kind of want to keep it within these confines, the prison. I want the viewing room to always be the starting dimensions of it, which was kind of a challenge for this one, but I made it work. Yeah. This is actually take 2 of this. Take 1 didn't go so well. Yeah, anyway. So it kind of looks neat from underneath. It looks like I'm hinting at something, and I'm clearly not, but, you know, it's interesting. Also, you're never supposed to go in there, so there's not, like, extra hints inside the cells. So, there's that. I'm sure with the information that I've given you, it's possible to figure out every single one of these. In specifically that order of difficulty. Okay, time to delete all that shit. Okay, so I don't know what I want for this because every single room in the TARDIS has looked bigger and better than before. I think the stalls look fine, so I want to keep that design. The spacing is fine. I think maybe it's just a matter of mirroring it. Would that be good enough? This doesn't look like enough of a restroom, does it? Maybe soap dispensers. I should have soap dispensers. What looks like a soap dispenser? No, these things are glitched to hell. There's soap dispenser. Not even remotely close. Those look like the barriers for urinals. Alright, well, fucking guess what I'm doing now. Actually, if I can find one that isn't clear, that'd be great. Although, I've seen some really fucked up urinals. It would not surprise me if I found one that wasn't clear. Or that was clear. Please don't quote me on what I just said, ever. Maybe this? Can I keep it the aesthetic? Of... Yeah, there we go. Although that's quite large, I think. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't seem right, you know? Maybe it only doesn't seem right because I nailed it on my first try. Because this is identical to the last one I had. It seems... It's bland. That's what it is. It's kind of bland. It's all got one solid color to it. It's got no, what do you call it? There's no, like, change. Like, the texture of the floor is identical to the texture of the hallway. You don't go into your hallway and have the floor of your restroom be the exact same texture. It's always like, you know, well, tiled, but that's supposed to be like... Okay, so what floor looks like a tile? Don't make me use glazed terracotta here. Good news, I'm not using glazed terracotta. That looked awful. Purpur? Oh, maybe purpur pillar. Try saying that 5 times fast. Please don't. It's going to sound annoying to whoever hears you. that doesn't look too bad, actually. Alright, that's what I'm doing. Per pillar. And then I can maybe... Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna do a full overhaul of the bathroom. Knock down the wall between the kitchen and the living room for a more open concept. Yeah. Okay, cool. That looks about right. Yeah. Yes, that looks good. That looks very good indeed. Yeah, apologies for me not just mindlessly uploading Return to the Arbor Din, by the way. Also apologies for the fact that this doesn't have a thumbnail. I need to record for personal reasons. Anyway, if you're one specific person, you know why. If you're not, then yeah, that's fair. That's why I said personal reasons as a sort of cop-out explanation. All right, so that doesn't. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I think the walls need to change as well because the those don't look great. Let's just see how this... That's one solid color, not the biggest fan. Oh, what if we have a pattern on the walls? Pattern. Pattern would be nice. Okay. So, how about, like, every couple things we have, like, a pillar of quartz? Or just in the corners, maybe? This is looking very royal. I just need some gold. Yeah, this is... Let me just make the quartz ivory, and then boom. Actual rich bathroom. Yeah. Except these aren't aligned. Yeah, which is getting to me. Alright. Alright. Realigning everything. Okay. That goes there. Alright, yeah, that looks good, that looks good. And then I want... Looks kind of weird. In all fairness. Although what I could do is, do this. Yeah, I'm gonna need... I said I'm gonna need that. There we go. Okay. What if we have a door there? Yeah, that doesn't look that bad. And then we can... Yeah, same thing. So we just door here, pillar here, door here, pillar here. I need to extend the room by one more. But that wasn't... How is this happening? Yeah, pillar, right? And then over here we have door. Which means we have pillar. Okay, so it's okay, it's so that the yes. But fuck. Okay, yes, I see my problem. These are odd numbered in order, and these are even numbered. Because I can basically these are odd, so that's one. That's one unit. These are even because I need a wall next to them. So that's I think my biggest problem. I'm just gonna tear up this whole thing, make it purple, and then work it from there. Yeah, sorry about the tonal shift, by the way, from like, you know, a prison mystery that I've been working on just as long as my YouTube channel and is near and dear to my heart to what are we doing with the bathroom? I don't know. Well, what does this look like first? This isn't what we're doing. But what does this look like? Doesn't look bad. Actually looks really good. Yeah, the only problem is the location. Gee, this looks like a fucking shot in a Kubrick film, doesn't it? Like, all three people unloaded, like if Kubrick did sci-fi. Okay, don't quote me on that ever. That was a terrible sentence. Yeah, you get the idea. Like, if they just all unloaded out of here at the same time with, like, music that could only be classified as a bop. That is the whitest thing I may have ever said. I did say, holy wow one time. But anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking, with the insanity that is my brain, which, by the way, I built this, just segueing into what I'm gonna do there. I built this, and then decided, no, it should be over here. No, it should be super fucking long. No, it should be covered in bedrock. No, the colors are swapped. It's like, no, I should have more black. No, I should have less black. And I kept fucking with that room until it's in the state it is now, and I'm going to change it, guaranteed. Yeah. Because it's important that I get the details right on that one, because that's the hardest one. Like, if people don't get that, that's pretty much just my fault. Like, I need to make sure that, like, people can get that one. Anyway. I'm not great at designing puzzles, that's why those have taken me 3 years. Okay, so, yeah, I'm thinking we keep this design, but we have to build the whole damn thing over there. Which is, just fucking infinitely closer to the actual, console room. God, it took me a second. I almost had cockpit. The console room of the TARDIS, where, the people would be working. Where they're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Give me a moment while I go down here, and then past the broom closet, and then down this winding series of hallways, and then take a left, and boom, you're there. Okay, so let's start the transportation process of grabbing, first of all, a birch door. That's going to be necessary. Need that, yeah, need that, and that. And then need that, and need that. Alright. I will come back to destroy all of this later. But let's just move this over here. So should it be... It should be this one, because I don't want this hallway to extend anywhere. And then it's going to... Yeah, the bathroom's going to extend this way. If I end up extending that a lot, and the bathroom is going to take up double the space this way, it's, this hallway is going to have to do some crazy fucking gymnastics. I'm willing to make it work. Okay. So let's start with just iron door. Yeah, I'll come back to all that jazz in a sec. Purr. Do I want to keep the dimensions or make it bigger? I can make it bigger. Oh yes. Oh yes. Bigger and better. What I just said I wanted to do with all these rooms. So that's extended by 2. I want it to be 3. Just one-upping my past self. It's 3 now. Fuck you. Okay. So... No, not pillars. And now pillars. Yes. Oh, so yes. Okay. Alright, now just double-checking. That's 8. 8 across. I could make it 10. Could I? I don't know. I have to mention out what I'm actually doing with the stalls themselves. Okay, yeah, so that's... Yeah, that's 6. That's 8. I kind of want it to be 10. Yeah, let's see if I can even make it 10. So let's just assume I did, yeah? And for the purposes of... Okay. So assuming I did, boom, there's the door there. And then you just have that there. And then a wall. Okay, yeah, I can make it exactly 10. It's the biggest I could possibly make it, and it's going to be rubbing right against the prison. The beginner's guide prison. I told you the vocabulary. I told you last episode, the vocabulary is going to get fucked up, because I planned on making that prison. I didn't actually expect on following through with that, like, statement, but here we are, in the darkest timeline. Okay, well, whatever. Alright. So, I don't want to have a toilet there. You're pissing me off. I don't need that one. There we go. Okay. So, this one. Alright, so now I can actually afford... now that I have the space, I can actually make, room for all 6 pilots. So, alright, I'm gonna have, like... I do have space for lights, if I really want them. But I kinda... No. See, again, the feel needs to change when you get in here. Like, this is not the same place. This is something you have to... Different environment is what I'm going for here. Okay. So... I don't want a pillar visible, necessarily. Does that look normal? Well, first of all, that does not look normal. Does that look normal? Yes. Yes, it does. Nice. Okay, so I need to make 6 of those. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then... pillars. Yeah, see, that looks infinitely more natural than the last one. Oh, yeah. Oh, this looks beautiful. I haven't even finished it. I'm just... I don't know, I have that thing where I like... It's like the Unfinished Swan thing, isn't it? Where I just, like, start the thing and I'm super satisfied and then don't exactly have the motivation to continue. Because, like, when I see what I've made being incredibly incomplete, I just see the finished product and I'm like, alright, time to make that happen. I know, like, sculptors do the same thing. Or, you know, chiselers? What? Unsculpting. People that chisel away at marble and make statues. I know they see the same thing. It's like, you know, they look at the block of stone and they're like, oh, yes, I see it perfectly. I just gotta get him out. It's probably a bad way of explaining it. You get my idea. I did the same thing with my YouTube channel, by the way, when I added thumbnails. I made one. I made fucking one. And I showed every one of my friends at school. And I'm like, hey, guys, this is like the best thing. Do you not see how amazing this is? And they're like, yeah, it's a thumbnail on a single video. I'm like, no, but don't you see, like, it's the same template, but, like, put across, like, Sword and Shield and Ocarina of Time. Yes, I said that. And just fucking, like, an ocean and like, scrolling for minutes upon minutes and just seeing nothing but thumbnail after thumbnail after thumbnail. That's amazing, isn't it? And just, like, something that gave me so much satisfaction despite doing it once. So, yeah. I ended up seeing the finished product debatably early. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes! It's like a basketball court for people that take shits. That's an interesting description, isn't it? Okay. The height of the ceiling is to be determined. I don't necessarily want it to be the height of an actual basketball court. Okay, and then they'll all have one sink directly across from them for artistic purposes. Seriously, right now, this is beautiful. Jesus Christ. If I ever, like, become a zillionaire or something ridiculous, I am absolutely making this into, like, a TV show. You could imagine just this being the intro of, like, the first episode with all 6 of them loading out. That would be kind of cool. Okay, glass, 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 glass. Wow, okay, nice, very nice. Let's actually get rid of the placeholders here and actually make the toilets, shall we? Okay, so... there's this one, there's this one, there's that one. You don't... yeah. Yeah, own little personal space. Ta-da! Claustrophobic, maybe? A little bit. It's whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much just now. So if this isn't the most entertaining thing to watch, I honestly not. I need this. Just fucking entertain me now. I would like to mention that my channel has experienced growth, like, unheard of. Hitherto undreamt of. That's the way to say it. Hitherto undreamt of. And by that I mean I gained 2 subscribers in a week. Which, like, this is kind of weird, because this is, like, social media is kind of a weird thing. But to the average person, somehow, that may not seem like a lot. But to, like, people that have a lot of subscribers, weirdly, that does sound like a lot. I mean, if you had a YouTube channel, you know what I mean. Or at least a YouTube channel you care about, and didn't just make videos like, oh, PewDiePie actually in video, not clickbait for realsies this time. and didn't go onto every single comment section and post subscribe for sub for sub, and I don't get people that fall for that, because you can't you don't. The people that have a YouTube channel don't get to see who's subscribed, I don't believe. If you can, it's buried so deeply in a beta system that is so garbage I can't find it. But you can't see who's subscribed to you, which means you're just subscribing. That the intelligent people post, I subscribed, and then, you know, don't get, anyway, any subscribers back ever. Okay, where was I? Yeah, okay. But, like, yeah, just like to mention that, like, when I get a subscriber, for the most part, they tend to stick around, which is nice. Thank you, the audience. Yeah. But, like, I'm not used to seeing more than one subscriber, like, per month. Which is, you know, alarming when I just got 2. Which is, you know, kind of what I predicted, I would like to mention, with the fact that I said, like, once I get thumbnails, I'll probably start getting more subscribers. Which is not, I don't think is a vain thing to say. That was more of just knowing how people react to YouTube videos. Because when you see a video like this, for example, you just see, like, a single moment where I'm, like, you know, doing that and just going, and it's like slightly motion blurry, and it's just like this. That's the thumbnail. And it's just really awkward and stupid. But yeah, like when you see a thumbnail, it looks professional. Doesn't mean the content is any more or less professional. I would go so far as to say that my TARDIS content is actually probably more professional than my Return of the Obra Dinn stuff. But it doesn't look as professional, which is what people care about on social media. Just what doesn't look professional, which, you know, checks out. Like, more often than not, you'll get some amateur bullshit if they don't have thumbnails, because they don't have the editing abilities to make thumbnails. What was I saying? Yeah, anyway, they don't have the editing abilities to, like, make thumbnails, so why would they have the editing abilities to make, like, a good video? Yeah, which, again, is fair. I don't know. It's like, alright, so you could make this into a saying, and it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, but if you sell books with really shitty and terrible covers, don't be surprised, you know, when people judge you. So, which, yeah, is fair. It's basically like the, it's like the, YouTube equivalent of, losing weight. It's like, you know, the content of my character has not even remotely changed. I look good, though. So, yeah. Not that that's all that matters. You get the idea. Anyway. Alright, I kind of want to see if these lights end up working. Because they should be directly opposing the sinks and other things, which might make for some fascinating lighting. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. That is some artsy-fartsy looking room. Looks empty in the middle, though. And I don't know how tall I want the roof. Is this good? Is this good? I don't know. No, making a taller roof would just make it look fucking weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, alright. You don't really look at the roof of a bathroom, because, you know, ninjas would attack you and kill you instantly if you did. True story, by the way. That's why you've never actually heard of it, is because people always die. How did I, manage to survive the attack? Well, that's a story for another day. Anyway, I don't even need that, do I? So here's the fun part of creating a mirror that you're never supposed to enter. I can cut corners super bad. I'm not going to until, like, later, and just make it more of an artistic choice. It's just fucking removing all the unnecessary shit. Okay, so that's 10 blocks. We've established that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think my biggest concern is getting more subscribers, which it sounds weird and stupid, but it is true. I'm terrified of getting subscribers. I just showed you the prison, something I've been working on for 3 years. I'm terrified of people seeing this in general. And I'm even more terrified of more and more people seeing this. Because I've heard that YouTube works like a snowball, where once you gain, like, you know, 10 subscribers, and all of a sudden you're at 30, and I mean, that's how as far as I've gotten, but anyway, you get the idea. It supposedly gets faster and faster, is what I've heard, and I've been doing this for 3 years. So, or 3.5 even. I'm coming up on 3.5. You get the idea. Like, I've been doing this for a while, and I've gotten into sort of a comfort zone of talking into a void and not expecting any responses. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. If I end up breaking 100, that's going to be a bit of a turnaround in my life. Not for the channel. I'll still try and make the same content. I get that if 100 people have subscribed, I'm clearly doing something right if 100 people are enjoying it. But, you know, it's... I don't know. Kind of freaky. And I know I'm kind of making a big deal of this. I have 33 at the moment. But, like, that's... I mean, I know, like, 10 or 20 of them... 10 to 20 of them being, like, the last 10 being people I've just interacted with, which means there's, like, you know, 10 to 20 strangers, and counting, that I have never met. And that's... not concerning in, like, oh god, like, you know, they're strangers, what do I think of them? It's more, like, concerning in, like, oh god, they like me. Okay, that sounds fucking weird. You get the idea. It's like... I don't know, I make these videos just because I like watching videos like this, and if you've noticed YouTube in the past couple years, Let's Play videos have fallen dramatically out of style. No one makes them anymore, and I really like them. I, like, you know, again, I love them. They're some of my favorite content on YouTube, and it's weird to just see a genre die out. Which is my belief that it'll probably get a resurgence one day, and that's where I pop in. But yeah, I don't know, it's just weird to see, like, you know, all these titans of Let's Plays just either completely dying out or just falling by the wayside. Where, by dying out, I mean just deleting their channel. Rest in peace, numerous channels that I don't remember the names of, because I probably would have flipped my shit if anyone important left. Sorry to anyone vaguely important. Clearly I'm not. Okay, so basically, yeah. It's just interesting to see, like... I don't know, just... I suppose good examples would be, like, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and PewDiePie, where Markiplier and Jacksepticeye especially Jacksepticeye is my point, they still make Let's Plays, but that's not their main thing anymore. Like, with PewDiePie, it's definitely like Reddit stuff and just responding with fans, because he has 100 million of them, and you can literally just, like, he basically has built his content around responding with fans, which is kind of beautiful. Yeah, scares the hell out of me. I hope I never have to do that. Not that I, like, don't like responding to people, or like, oh, they're not worth my time or something. It's just, I've mentioned on my Bloons Tower Defense, but that's the only situation in which I'd probably actually get starstruck, is if I met someone who unironically actually enjoyed my videos. I would be fucking scared out of my mind. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, but, like, it's weird seeing, like, Markiplier move away from Let's Plays and do more, like, serious filmmaking stuff, which I really appreciate. It's super good, and I might go that direction one day. But, like, I don't know. Strange seeing these people that, like... Oh, JonTron. JonTron is probably the biggest example. He was, like, you know, one of the guys that were... Like, if you went up to someone when JonTron was super popular before the flex tape thing, people would be like, oh yeah, JonTron, the video game guy, the guy that does hilarious video game stuff and makes a slightly more sophisticated job at video games. You know, all that stuff. And then flex tape came out, and that felt like that felt like the final nail in the coffin for Let's Plays, is when JonTron, like, full on... I mean, he said that he's never, like, moved away from video games and stuff. He just hasn't felt like making an actual gaming video yet. And I just realized I placed this wrong. Yeah. Because it's supposed to be mirrored. Wait, is it mirrored? It's not mirrored. Okay. Yeah, but, like, I don't know. Just... it's just strange. Which is the biggest reason that I'm still doing YouTube, is because that needs to not be strange. Oh, did I? Yes, I did. God, I'm an idiot. Alright. Sorry, I'm kind of focusing on... See, here's the thing, is that I just focused on building the TARDIS instead of talking, so I was just kind of rambling, and then I started focusing on talking... Okay, now I'm doing the same thing. I just focused on talking instead of building the TARDIS, so I started rambling, and then I started focusing on building the TARDIS to avoid rambling, and then I fucked up both, and now it just sounds weird. Okay. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty goddamn good. Yeah, that actually kind of looks like mirrors, don't they? Yeah. That looks good. Alright. I think I might fuck around a little more this episode. Not because it's been short or anything, I just like talking about YouTube. Just the 2 subscribers that I gained, which came out of nowhere, which means that they are... One of them, I feel like, is Blue Lady, or maybe isn't, which would be so much scarier. But the most recent one was, like, noticeable. I didn't mention my YouTube channel to anyone the last, like, 3 months. And I just really appreciate that last person that subscribed. So thanks, number 33. It feels weird just saying that, but like, I don't know what else to say. It's really heartwarming, and that's, I don't know, kind of uncomfortable, you know? It's just, it's like if you had like a reoccurring dream, and that's what this is. This is like a reoccurring dream. And all of a sudden, one of the characters in your dream was like, "Thanks for making me exist." And I'm like, "Cool, I didn't ask." See, every single time I talk about how grateful I am, it just sounds like I'm insulting people. It's like a hobby. It's like a hobby, and that hobby is like model trains, and all of a sudden, one of your trains just spoke and said, "Thanks." And I'm like, "Ah, God! Fuck, I made it sound negative again. Damn it!" I appreciate you. Just take my word on that. I'm not going to try and create analogies because they keep fucking it up. They keep fucking it up. No, I keep fucking it up. I am actively fucking up the analogies. Okay. I just really want to thank whoever the hell subscribed. Means a lot. Anyway. Hope you keep watching my bullshit. Good night, everybody. It almost feels like a wake-up call, you know? Like... I don't know, a lot of YouTubers have said, like, "Oh man, didn't become real until I get till I get like a fucking 100,000 subscribers or some ridiculously high number." But I don't, it just became real, you know? It just became real that there are people that like my videos, you know? 33. How do people make it so high without noticing? Huh. I just fucking... I don't know.